You see, after today, I don't think Minister Mchunu will recover from what Bheki Cele said in Parliament today. He proved to us beyond reasonable doubt that Minister Mchunu does not know what he's talking about. One, two, he doesn't know policing, right? When Bheki Cele speaks, it flows. He flows, but it doesn't end there. Because that's not the key point in this conversation. The key point is, I want you to remember that this Minister Mchunu tells us that, you know what, the political killing test team is a very expensive thing to have in the SAPS. Therefore, it must be disbanded. He tells us that. As he gives us the figures, I even did a video yesterday where they give us the figures, and even some other media house, they give us these figures that this guy, Commissioner, Lieutenant General Mkhwanzi, wanted 31 million. Most of that amount goes to overtime. None of this media house actually mentions that, no, there are other units that charge more money than the PKTT. But everybody wanted to paint the PKTT as the unit that takes more money. Hey, wafi gundons. What any PKTT is the most expensive unit in the SAPS. What's that meaning? It was like, whoa. There are other unit established by SAPS that takes more money in the SAPS, far bigger than the PKTT. Don't start. He said it here.
That I will remember. By the way, this one is part of it, though on a larger scale, because it was announced by the president, calling the interministerial. But there are some of them. For instance, if you go to Manguzi, there is a lot of problem between Mozambique and South African border. It's called Operation Kotwemvubu. That is ministerial, but established by the National Commissioner. One big operation, quite big, is what is going on in the Western Cape. Initially, it was called Operation Thunder. That started almost on the same time with the PKTT. Operation Thunder was changed later to be Operation Lockdown, and that still continues. It's one of the biggest. I don't have figures of finances, but I can assure you that is not cheap, because while I was still there, in 25 months, we paid 116 million for that operation. And it has not been scaled down ever since up to this point, though it has changed the name. It's still continuing here in Western Cape as Operation Lockdown. So it's an operation where almost every second month, police from different provinces are invited to come in Western Cape, and all those police SC, they live in the hotels, 200 of them, and there was a negotiated price for them to be, which was 800 rands a night for a single police in the hotels. So you would imagine that is expensive for 200 people to sleep 800 rand a night in the hotel from 2018 up to this point, because it's still continuing. So it's not true that is only PKT that has been operating and paying money for. There are other operations that have happened. This Operation Thunder is one big of them. One most expensive that is still continuing is Operation Valumkoti. That one deals with the illegal mining. Again, that one is not ministerial, it's interministerial, because it was also demanded by the president, and the JCPS cluster sat down and invited other relevant departments. One was the Department of Minerals, because it was touching on them. It's quite expensive. I think that had to find billions to run, and those billions from the South African police were found from Kara. Were paid from Kara. Kara, if I'm not mistaken, is a criminal assets recovery account. So that's the money that is put there in that account, having been taken from the criminal activities, so that it finds the fighting of crime again. So I think it's quite expensive that most departments got some serious amounts. Big chunk went to the police. I think it was 1.2 billion to run there. The other one went even to Home Affairs to buy the equipment to cross the river. They demanded it, but when you go to that river, you don't see how can you use it. How do you use not a ship, these small things to cross the river? But it also is the first money that bought things like drones. I'm sure you have seen the drones. That thing came under that Operation Valumkoti, working on the illegal crossing and all that. I think that is still continuing. So again, it's a level of a cabinet by the president.
Bheki Cele bafethu. No. Guys, I told you. This other time I said to you guys, I said you must watch Bheki Cele. He doesn't like media too much. And that thing, it helps him a lot. Look at what he did today. Not long ago, he had a relationship with him and the citizens soured because of what he said. But today, it is as if he came to redeem himself. Number one, he's physically prepared, emotionally prepared, psychologically prepared. Hey. Then he's asked the question. The Minister of Police, Mchunu, said that the police, the unit was disbanded. He asked the question. Instead of answering the question, he asked the question, by who? Guys, you see, it took me 1 hour to realize that Mchunu doesn't know anything about police. Now, I'm going backward, and I'm listening to what Mchunu said. And I'm listening to what Cele said. I'm like, no. I am convinced that Bheki Cele has his own faults that are undeniable. But when it comes to the knowledge of the SAPS, it looks like Bheki Cele knows the SAPS. He breathes it, he eats it, he sleeps it, he dreams it. He knows the in and out of the South African Police Service. That guy, when he speaks, the procedure, the what. I am not saying he's innocent, but I'm saying his knowledge of the organization impressed me. Look at him being asked. Minister says the political clearinghouse team was disbanded. By who?
So, what is your response to Minister Mchunu saying that the PKTT was disestablished?
By who?
Already since 2022.
Disestablished by who?
Well, it's not quite clear what he's saying, who said so. I think we have asked him, I think honourable members of the committee asked him, and that it's an illegal structure.
The president instructs the ministries. The ministers go there. The ministers call their relevant top officials of the department to bring all components together. They come together. The team is formed. The team starts the work. And we'll agree, maybe you are not going on details of the success and all that. It continues up to the end of the 5th administration. comes the sixth administration, it continues. And these interministerials, these ministers, the new under the ministries, they are there. And it goes for election 2024. This is there. I don't remember anywhere as the chair and those that we're working with talking about dismantling this team at all. What I would also remember is that, I guess, if I'm not mistaken, on the 7th of March 2024, the same team went to brief the president about the activities that they were doing in Fort Hare, since it was requested by the president to look at the matters of how it came about on that one. So this is now March 2024. We're going for election March, May. So this team is still active. I don't remember anywhere as a person that was almost involved at all in the understanding of activities. I don't remember the team being disbanded until I saw the letter that was written on the 21st December.
The 31st of December.
31st of December, when we're drinking and dancing.
Now, your
Guys, I even checked, ne? Normally, when Mchunu was speaking, the views on SABC, to be specific, will be around 13,000. When Cele was speaking, the views at some point, they went up as 42,000 people watching live when Cele was speaking. It shows how much, and mind you, I'm just talking about SABC. There's still other channels that are all streaming this thing. But when Cele speaks, so I'm not even joking when I said that I'm not even joking when I said Cele is on fire. Then it takes us to this question. Cele is schooling us. What should have been done by the minister and what the minister should not have done. He's also bringing this thing that clearly shows us that there is arrogancy in the minister. And let me show you why. He tells us that on the 13th of January 2025, he spoke to the president because the minister was not willing to listen to him. He even told him that, you know what I said is what I said, and it's going to happen. And then he reached the president. Unfortunately, the minister was the president could not organize a meeting. So when you listen to all of these things, it gives you this perspective that this guy is new in the SAPS, which is Mchunu, but he's just about doing things, and it's just about exercising power without constraint, without thinking. He's just doing things for the sake of doing things, and I'm tempted to say, allegedly, he was doing things to impress other people. Because if you're looking at the knowledge that Cele has, and the things that Cele is saying, if you listen to Cele attentively, you then realize that there was no need for the minister to do 1, 2, 3, and 4. When asked, Cele said something very interesting. He said that you don't have power, by the way, to disband or to establish. It's not me. It's Cele here.
But the minister cannot go establish or disestablish. So you still have to go through the national commissioner for establishment and disestablishment. So there are a few of those that I will remember. By the way, this one is part of it, though on a larger scale, because it was announced by the president, calling the interministerial.
Guys, Cele is on fire. Ndonsi is on fire. Yarra. Ha, 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 ha. He showed us, number one, it's not even number one, but he showed us today that this minister doesn't listen to people. It is true when Mkhwanzi said that this guy, they tried to talk to him, he was unwilling. He now, when he was asked about all of those things, he was busy meandering around the bush. But today we got to see that, no, it's true. Because it can't be that Masemola wanted to talk to you, you didn't want to talk to him. Mkhwanzi wanted to talk to you. You didn't want to talk to him about this decision. When the minister himself was asked, I remember the members of ad hoc committee, they even asked him, where, and then it was under, it was MK Party to be specific that were asking him yesterday, that, Minister, if you say to us that there was a request by Lieutenant General Mkhwanzi to meet you, but you went to meet with Masemola to discuss what this guy wanted you to talk about, then you must have known what he wanted you to talk about, because then you wouldn't have discussed it with Masemola if you didn't know what he said, because the minister had said that he didn't know what Mkhwanzi wanted to talk about. It does prove to you, even then, that he avoided Mkhwanzi. He went to Masemola, and he knew that Mkhwanzi will corner me, but Masemola, I have constitutionally, I have control over him. So he knew also that Masemola is a soft guy. It shows us, if you take that, what was said yesterday, and you bring it together with what Cele is saying. There's Masemola that wants to talk to you about the matter. You don't want to give him an ear. There's Mkhwanzi that wants to talk to you about the matter. You don't want to give him an ear. Then the former Minister of Police wants to talk to you about that. You still behaved the same. On top of that, you don't even have knowledge of this institution. We see that through your own actions. Guys, forgive Undonsa, forgive Cele for the things he said. No, the man, no. Guys, the man is on fire. The man is on fire. The guy is burning. The guy came prepared. And boy, oh boy, he's delivering.